Good morning, everyone. This is Lindsay, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you had a wonderful weekend, maybe got a little bit of crafting done. If so, I would love to hear about it. So leave some comments down below, and I'll enjoy reading what you've been working on. So I didn't get a lot of crafting done this weekend. Usually on the weekend, I like to take a little bit of time to do nothing, or as much of nothing as I can do with everything that I have going on. I did, however, finish a journal and start a new journal. I'll be showing you the journal I finished in just a few minutes when we go into the back room to look at the new journals added to the marketplace. But I did want to show you a new system that I started this weekend. I doubt I'll keep it very long because I usually rotate through systems, but I'm having fun with it right now. So I'm going to flip you around so you can see my craft desk. Of course, it's a mess. I'm working on a farm journal right now. This is the cover. It's not completed. I think I want to put something up here. But I have sewn in the pages. And what I've done is I've scribbled down different things that I want to make for the journal. And then I have a little container here. So I was loosely inspired by Gail Agostinelli. She doesn't do this exactly, but she does something similar to it sometimes. And I was watching her Friday afternoon and some on Saturday. I like to watch her and just relax. And it's so inspiring. But sometimes as creators, as journal makers, we get weary of, we want to keep making, but we've been just, I can't think of the right words. We have been creating and pouring out all of our ideas. And sometimes we need to take a little bit of time to get refilled. And Gail does that for me a lot of times. So anyway, enough chatting about that. So my idea is putting in different pockets or different things that I think I might want to use. There's a belly band I did. Just different things that are big journal cards, small journal cards, library cards, just whatever, things I might want to use. And then this is kind of my first go-to when I'm decorating. I'm working on a little pouch right here. And then I need to make a tuck spot, and then I'll get started decorating. I did it with my last journal, and it worked about 80%. Well, I still needed to grab a couple of things. I have a huge pile of scraps here that I am trying to work through. And then, of course, my ephemera holders, I'm starting to bleed over into here because I have so many. And then I pull some stamps. I want to start, okay, so I have a lot of stamps, but I only keep a couple on hand. I have some big ones here, and then I have a little bucket with my most grabbed ones or my most recently grabbed ones. And I love those, but I want to start using some of my other, oh, did you notice my little distress pin? I have one for Villainous Potion. That's all I have, but I'm so proud of it. Anyway, so I'm thinking about at the start of every journal, maybe just putting a couple pulling a couple new stamps out so that I don't forget to use them. I don't know. Anyway, so that's my system. I pull a couple other things because as I'm going through, I might be like, okay, I'm going to use this tuck spot, but I need a few other things. And so, but it gives me a really good start. And I even had a couple things left over from the last one that I'll be able to use in another journal. Also, I'm trying, and I probably won't stick with it, but let me grab it. I'm working through this wallpaper book. It is the Welcome Home Primitive Country. And that's where I got the wallpaper for this journal, and it's also where I got the wallpaper for the journal I'm about to show you in my back room. But I'm trying to use it up. I have sold some packs from it. I might make a couple more packs to sell, but some of these backgrounds and things are really pretty, and I'm trying to just use up the whole thing so it's not sitting around anymore. I've got a lot of stuff I need to use up, but I'm constantly wanting to buy more stuff. So I'm trying to use up a few things so I don't feel as bad about buying some new things. But look, I could even do another, look at those cows, those flowers. This is a wallpaper border. I don't know. I could make journal cards with that, or I could turn it into a journal. So anyway, let's go to the back room, see what's been added to the shop. Come on with me. Okay, here we are. All right. So, let's see. I have my little bucket of things. And if you're an artist and you want to sell your journals with me, I would love to receive them. I am so nearly done with this group. We are probably going to be a week ahead of schedule, at least, maybe, yeah, about at least a week ahead of schedule. That's wonderful. There's one journal I'm showing you today from Lena, and then there's one box left from Barb. I believe I can double check everything. I think that's the last group 6. On Wednesday, I have a restock from my mom, which is some journals and supplies. So Tuesday's Barb, Wednesday's my mom. So make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss any of that. And then that's it. We can get started on group 7. But I really need you all to send any boxes of journals that you might be working on or have around so that I don't run out of journals to share. Okay, since I was talking about the journals I created, we will start with that. Let's start with this one since we were talking about that farm or that country wallpaper book. So this is wallpaper from that book. And then I have in the middle, it's a graham cracker box actually, that has been reinforced with wallpaper, hand-dyed paper. And then I didn't go with a country theme. I went with a blue theme. And we have My Porch Prince. And then Joanna made this. I just kind of doctored it a little bit by adding some washi, this word treasure. And then also I've added like sequins and little beads and things on the front. It's very pretty. It's stitched around, and this one I also did that little bin where I pre-made some pockets and different things, some page edgings, and Joanna made this, but I pulled things out, set them aside so that they would be ready as I was decorating, and it definitely helped a lot. There was a few things, of course, that I added that I wasn't planning on adding initially, but I did. And it just overall came out so beautifully. I love some of the additions that I was able to put in here. It's very sweet. Also, the paper clips, I used some alcohol ink to dye them. So it's kind of a silvery blue, like a pearlescent blue. Some hand-dyed purple paper that I've worked on, that I've done. I've really been enjoying using hand-dyed paper. I did this little flip up, flip down. This paper I got in Happy Mail. It's beautiful, and it was just a scrap left over. I have a greeting card that I had found at a thrift store. You have a little envelope that you can stuff. I've done inking and stenciling on that. Here's just a little bookmark, a little fabric bookmark. You can put it anywhere or even use it in a book. We have a double pocket here with ephemera, some fabric. Isn't that purple beautiful? Some paper I did there, hand-dyed. This is hand-dyed. Little stickers, coffee-dyed. Isn't that pocket beautiful? So I had the opportunity to actually make some pockets and things, little pockets, like a little bird on the tag, some stamping. This is gorgeous. I'm pretty sure that Yvette made this. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Yvette, but I put it aside to work with it. Look at how pretty that is. Had to add that in there, and another little teeny bird tag. So this is available for purchase in the shop. There's just a tag in the back. So this one is called Treasure. And then I also made this one. It is a wallpaper, but it's a different book. There's a fabric tie closure. And then the cover's very simple, but very sweet. It's wallpaper. And then this little vintage looking label. It's all stitched around. Then there's that hand-dyed paper. You can see, gorgeous, that I got in Happy Mail. Wallpaper there. Using some papers that I got in Happy Mail. I got this card in Happy Mail. I think I have some of these suggestions cards that are still in the shop for sale if you're interested. They're really neat to add into a journal. That's a book page journal card. Little scrappy papers and ephemera. Isn't it pretty? I love the way the colors flowed. We have hand-dyed paper. I got these in Happy Mail. Little vintage bits, book pages, vintage note papers. That says 1978 on it. This was Happy Mail as well. There's a little pocket I made. I've been enjoying these hand-dyed paper Trifold writing tags. So I dyed that. It's beautiful. You can see greens and yellows and browns. And then it's cut into a tag. It's punched. And so there's a lot of writing space, but it doesn't take up a lot of bulk. And then this says beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I think that Alice sent me that. She gave me a whole bunch of ephemera. In the middle here, we have a calendar, really cute, a Joanna tag, and then this I sprayed because it's like a watercolor paper. This side was a Happy Mail, and then this side I sprayed. This is another Joanna ephemera. Lots of writing pages. This is from British Butterflies, my porch prints on Etsy. Here's a cute little pocket, and then this is a wax seal or a glue stick seal. You would just break the seal to write on it. It's hand-dyed paper. And then a little page from a book. This part is on roses. This was a little gift card holder that had a gift card for coffee in it. I just repurposed it, tucked in some ephemera, and then added a little convention proceedings there. Got a washi sticker, this label. It's a little flip-up frame. You can put a picture or a photo behind that. So this one's available as well. I will show you quickly. I did have somebody ask, could I sometimes share journals that haven't sold again so that they could remember they're still in the shop? And yes, I try to do that sometimes. I usually don't have a whole bunch of time to do that. But however, since I just showed two of mine, these journals, well, that one's not mine. Okay. This one is still available here. This is called Wildflower Script. I showed it the other day. So this one is still available. And Hyacinth, if I can find it, Hyacinth is still available. This one. I love this cover. I painted it, done mixed media techniques, left brush strokes, and there's a whole bunch of florals and hyacinths in this one. Very pretty. So that one is still available in the shop as well. And both of those have been marked down a little bit. All right, I have some supplies here. This is a large wallpaper pouch. So it's meant for you to either fold in half and stick into a journal as a page, or to just use to store bigger pieces of ephemera. So this is a ephemera pack that I made, and it's kind of cleaning off my desk, but also making things. So I have a, come on, Lindsay, a belly band here. There's a tag with a little glue seal. This is another pocket or belly band. It's a library card. This is a little ephemera folder with ephemera in it. It's another little library card. It says warm. Here's a little pocket, bookmark, whatever you want to call that. A guest check. Some more printed ephemera. We have different labels. And some bigger pieces here as well. So kind of a purple theme. But there's some teals and greens and blues a little bit in there as well. And I found these when I was shopping. Definitely wanted to put them in the shop. They are journals. They are coloring journals. This is the Joanna Basford Enchanted Forest journal. And it's beautiful. Pages are gorgeous for writing in, and there's little coloring spots. So I figured it's either perfect for a journal, and if you want to color a little bit, or of course you could repurpose it. You can take the pages out, stick the pages in different journals, and then redo the cover. It has this lovely gold foiled deer, and you could color in the cover and then sew in your own signatures if you wanted to do that as well. And then this one is Layla Dooley Florabunda, a flower coloring journal. So pretty much the same setup. It's just there's sweet pea, feverfew, scabious, rose, cornflower. Anyway, it's beautiful. These pages are really nice. And again, you could use it as is, give it as a gift, or take it apart and create something new with it. So both of those, these are in the supplies section. We are going to end the video with a journal from Lena Torres. I do have to preface it that this journal, when I received it, it was not wrapped or anything. It was just put into a box pretty much. And the box was too big for the journal, and it got all splayed out in the shipping. So the cover is a little bowed. However, if you add a closure, that's going to pull that down and be much better. The only other thing I feel like I need to note, because I've had people be upset that they didn't know this about a journal, you can see, because this is a very light fabric in the background, you can see some glue marks, and that does really bother some people. My biggest suggestion for this, and I decided to go ahead and list the journal anyway, because there's some really pretty things on the inside, and it is a gorgeous cluster. If you are a journal creator, you'll be able to fix this no problem. I would suggest some paint or texture paste and a stencil, and if you do a little bit of a stencil up here, it's going to totally hide it. You're not going to be able to tell that you can see glue through that. All right, so let's move on to look at it here. We have a bunch of cute little ephemera pieces here in the front, very adorable. And then we'll get into the pages. Oh, I don't know if she said anything about the journal. Maybe that's what this is. Hold on. Beauty of Life. She's used, I don't know if this is a challenge journal or not. Daily Life, Stained Lace, To Be a Child, and Miscellany. It probably is, because those are the challenge digitals. But if you're doing one of my challenges, make sure you write challenge journal, because I'm not always sure whether you are intending that to be challenge or not. So we have, this is Stained Lace, one of my favorites, and it's a good seller. I made some journal cards with this recently. Oh, so pretty. Here's Daily Life. She's added Abandoned Beauty. Look how pretty that is. This is Daily Life. So as you can see here, the inside of the journal is amazing. So just those little fixes on the cover, and you'll have yourself an incredible journal to work in. Look at how pretty. Look at the like double tags here. That's fun. Lots of little pockets going different directions. Like I said, things probably shifted all around, because when I received it, it was splayed open inside the box. The Postal Service does not do a good job of being careful with things, of course. They don't know what's inside stuff, and they fling stuff everywhere, and things fall. And so we just put it back together again and take a deep breath and move on. Could have been a lot worse. So pretty. Look at that. That's neat. Little woven bookmark. So this one has been added as well. And again, just add a little closure and a little bit of stenciling, and you've got yourself a really, really pretty journal. Isn't that pretty? Again, just reminding you, please send in your journals if you have any. If you're trying to get into the group 7, which means that they'll be shown in March and April, then you need to have it postmarked by February 28th. And I will be, in a week or two, I will be announcing the next challenge. But if you just have journals of any theme, you can send them anytime. I will put them in the appropriate group, show them at the appropriate time. Everything's flowing within time, seamlessly, smoothly, and there's no worries. We have a great system set up now. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.